everyone to Best There Is Podcast. We are back. Takes forever for us to come back, but we are back.
It actually came out a month, right?
Yeah, it's been, I don't know if we... I have to start timing it better.
It's not like there's anything going on lately anyways.
Yeah.
Because they're in the writer's strike and all that.
They settled, though, didn't they?
It's over.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus, don't get so...
For the writers, anyways.
Yeah, the video game actors are now thinking about striking.
The SAG Screen Actors Guild, I think they're still...
Yeah, voice actors
Striking.
closed?
I haven't heard. All I've heard is... Well, what's really weird is all the wrestlers that act wanted to come back to wrestling. And now they're saying...
Now they want to go back to acting.
Yeah, they're like... Because John Cena already came back and he's got his own storyline going. And they're like... Now they're worried because The Rock's like, I'm good for WrestleMania, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, is he really going to be good for it? And now they're back to acting. But does The Rock need to make another movie? I like The Rock.
I don't know. I don't really like The Rock that much anymore.
It sucks because I think if I met him, I'd be juiced because it's like I turned to a kid again.
I think he's been hiding for a bit ever since...
How can you hide? You're The Rock.
Well, he hasn't been on social media since him and
since the
Oprah.
Maui thing.
What?
Him and Oprah.
Oh. I thought you meant like the Maui, his character, not the Maui, the fucking island.
Yeah, true. God,
Why did he not help out with anything?
Well, him and Oprah were like, we've been thinking and... Oh, I'm doing Oprah's voice, not his.
No, that was The Rock.
There's a fire under
we're-
everybody's chair.
We're looking through and we see all these different donation places and we don't know where the money's going. So we decided to put together our own thing and
And here's what we're gonna do. And The Rock's like, we're gonna give $10 million apiece, and then everyone's like, no, it's the way celebrities do it all the time, where they're not. They're pledging. It's a weird way that they're not giving $10 million.
are you talking about Amber Heard?
Yeah, kind of what she did is what they said. Where they didn't. They're not the money. They didn't give the.
Did
money.
you donate the money? No. Well, I pledged.
Yeah, exactly. But people are like, you can literally save the whole island, both of you.
Did you watch that trailer?
Of what?
Aquaman?
No.
Oh.
I feel bad because I really.
He has a brother?
Don't care.
He was in the first one.
Is it that guy?
Well,
Is
he's
it
in
Ocean Master?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, weird.
Well, Ocean Master looks like he's going to be a good guy in number 2.
Well, Ocean Master, the guy who plays Ocean Master just should have been Aquaman from the get-go.
Yeah, probably.
100%.
Yeah.
He's a good actor too.
He's also, yeah,
He's from The Watchmen.
still. Who does he play on Watchmen? Z.
He's Owlman.
Okay. Yeah. He's
I was gonna say
dick don't work.
with Maui. I know.
dick don't work. Doesn't wait?
I
Isn't the
thought
whole
she
thing
was, yeah.
that what's his name? Dr. Manhattan
Yeah.
makes his dick work, and that's why he fucks the girl.
I don't know.
Okay, because he fucks the girl in the. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. He gets it going with the
interesting.
the blonde chick. I can't remember.
No, it's not the blonde chick.
Yeah.
It's the.
Spectre.
Yeah, she wasn't blonde.
She wasn't.
No, she's dark hair.
It's God, what's her name? I can't remember her name.
Which one? The first one or the second one?
I was gonna say
The chick that starts with Dr. Manhattan at the beginning of the film. You know, you're. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me.
Rorschach?
Yeah.
They're gonna do live action Bambi. How do you do live action? First of all, Bambi's fucking boring.
Yeah.
It terrified me as a child.
That gunshot.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Also, the sound of the
Yeah, I feel like though, like modern kids, like who's this movie for? Modern kids, like.
They said it's for children. This one's gonna be directly for children. They said.
But like, so is nobody gonna die at the end of it?
Well, no
the
one
whole
died.
point
No one
of-
died at the end of it. It's in the beginning. The mom
Well,
gets
Oh yeah, the end of the
blasted.
Still.
movie used to scare me too. Where
Yeah,
he's
isn't the end
running
of-
through the forest and it's on fire, and he's
Yeah.
fighting the other male deer.
I thought the other male
Isn't
deer
his
dies
dad?
in that.
Isn't
No.
that his dad that he fights?
I mean, that'd be weird.
You gotta get close to your mic.
Why
Or
would he be
push it.
fighting his dad?
I swear, because his dad looks down on him. I remember at one scene. like, you let your mom die, bitch. I don't know, but I'm kind of over this whole, like, again with Maui. If I gotta see The Rock dressed up as Maui, it's just.
I mean, that is happening.
I know. I just don't want to see it. But
Just like how you don't want to see Rosario Dawson dressed up as Ahsoka Tano.
no, I'm all good with that.
Okay, so you just have
She's a good Ahsoka.
so you just have selected bias.
No, because Maui looks like nothing like The Rock. It's very over exaggerated how they make his character look.
sure.
So The Rock dressed like that.
You don't think the Rock
Maybe
is a
he'll
little
go on
over exaggerated
steroids
as a
again.
person?
The Rock dressed as him would look.
Do you say
goofy.
again? He's been on steroids for fucking years, bro. There's no
feel
way.
like he's
Fred
gotten
goes on and
skinny.
off.
No. No. No.
If you go back and
Nobody's
look
that
at
big.
like
It's
early
true.
wrestling,
It's
he
true.
was like
In wrestling,
unnaturally.
Yeah,
in
but
wrestling, he got kind of big, and then if you watch the Tooth Fairy, he's hella little. Like,
and
hella
then,
skinny.
but once he gets to Fast and Furious, he's fucking enormous,
Oh, yeah.
and he's been at that same size since.
Well, I mean, you got to hang out with Vin Diesel, and there's
Yeah, but Vin
probably-
Diesel's
all
not
this
not on
testosterone.
that many
There's
steroids.
probably
he
family.
probably is just not working. With
I said
you.
that many.
You got to work out while you're on steroids. Vin Diesel's like, I'm
Sure.
just gonna.
Jason Statham? Actually, he's probably on
It's
steroids.
probably like
Vin Diesel's
you know,
like, I'm just taking it.
Or they're on T replacement, whatever,
if you're
testosterone
in the
replacement.
family, you have to take it.
Family. Well, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's not in the family, sir. Because they don't like each other.
That's true.
So,
That's very true. They
because they have huge egos, and they're both fucking drama queen.
they both have that in their contract. They can't lose.
Any major fights. They can still lose fights. They just can't lose major fights.
Groot died.
Well, I
He
don't know.
sacrificed himself.
Yeah. And he comes back, and it's not like Vin Diesel's not him anymore, right?
I don't know, but I was looking up all that Snow White shit. It's so fucking crazy. First of all, I don't know the actress's
I
name.
don't. Oh, you. Oh,
What's her
yeah,
name?
dude,
Rachel
damn,
something?
bro.
Rachel Egler or some shit like
She's
that.
starting to get
That's
pretty
straight
big.
ignorant,
because
bro.
she's from
like Pretty Little Liars. Or
no,
some type of-
Spielberg. I think did no. What Spielberg did?
Do I need to look this up?
No, it's West Side Story. She played.
Yeah, Spielberg did West Side Story.
She played
new one.
the main girl. I can't think of Maria.
I don't know.
Maria Menounos?
I just know
think of
she's
the
in the new Hunger Games movie.
Yeah.
and it doesn't.
Oh, they're making a nut.
It's a prequel. It's like one of the first Hunger Games. So it's not so technologically advanced, but it is because Viola Davis is all like, she got like crazy eyes and her hair is all like Hunger Games.
She's got a beard in the shape of a maze.
Speaking of which, real quick before I get back to Snow White, about hunger hunting and stuff, Wolverine versus Predator just came out. It's such a fucking cool idea.
How did Wolverine ever lose that fight?
I don't know. Predator is pretty badass.
Yeah,
though, but it's
no.
Wolverine.
He's not made of fucking adamantium.
But you end up seeing a flashback that he fights him when he was younger, and he only had the bone claws. So he breaks the bone claws.
Yeah, imagine he gets his shit rocked then, yeah.
But
He's also probably
the
a child,
Predator gets
right?
pulled in by a huge bear though into a cave. That's how Wolverine gets away from it. But the whole idea of it's pretty badass because it shows Weapon X when they're out and about. The Predators show up, and it's
Sorry,
just
all I
like,
can think is that scene from Origins where he pops out of the water.
We don't talk about that movie.
dude, there's silver lining in that movie.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there is.
Like, this is the only time his weight really... Well, I guess
Wade Wilson when he farts in the elevator.
in the first X-Men, he gets on a motorcycle, right? Where's the second one? At one point, he gets on a motorcycle in the first three X-Men
He
films.
steals
right?
Cyclops'.
Does he do Does it do the thing where he like is heavy on it?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, then yeah, there's nothing redeemable about Origins.
I'm trying to remember because I know Cyclops gets his motorcycle back, but then he dies. Like,
Is adamantium like titanium, where it's like a super light metal, or is it like really heavy?
I think
mean-
it's supposed to be heavy because I think
mean,
on the
when-
How does he like walk in
when Lady
buildings? then?
Deathstrike gets
'Cause-
filled with it, and she goes tink.
yeah, it's
So
true.
it's heavier than water.
in the movies. Well, I remember on the back of the cards.
So wait, he would drown if he got.
Oh yeah, Wolverine is drowner.
So that would kill him.
No, well, if you pull him out, he comes
Sure,
back.
sure.
But he
I
has
think-
brain damage.
I think he goes through, like I told everybody, I think it's a constant cycle of him having brain damage, trying to heal, brain damage, trying to heal, brain damage. He's still dying, and he would I don't think ultimately die because his healing factor never stops. But
He got the Muramasa blade.
he's not gonna do anything. He'll just sit there at the bottom of the ocean. I think. In that cycle of like repeating, trying to heal itself, but he's still.
That's something they should pull into one of the movies.
Him dying like that?
No, the Muramasa blade.
Oh, yeah.
Or they kind of did, right? Is that blade that the guy Silver Samurai uses to cut his fucking things open?
I forgot about that.
And then draws the marrow out so he gets like young.
Yeah, that movie should have been.
And then he gets
better.
the bone claws. And yeah, you remember?
Yeah.
He fights like 100 ninjas, but like not really.
The movie was cool.
They tried to do that one scene, but from
They
the
should have
comics.
done
but
it like
felt disconnected
Daredevil. How
from-
Daredevil fought.
Isn't there a scene where he, in the comics, where Wolverine fights a bunch of ninjas?
That's
Oh,
like
yeah, he fights
a million-
ninjas all the
million
time.
different
But, like-
ones.
Wolverine goes to hell. He fights hell hand ninjas.
Has Wolverine ever met Spawn?
No, Spawn's only crossed over
DC?
with Batman.
Spawn? I like that movie.
What?
What? Who's that? Britney
Britney.
Spears on that documentary.
She likes Spawn?
I don't know. She was
I want to
high.
see that.
She was high talking.
That's
to
a new movie and stuff.
Fed, K-Fed, whatever the fuck
Oh.
his name is. But no, with the Snow White chick, did you see everyone's hella mad because she's like, no, this is a different time. Our Snow White's strong. She's like, they might have cast a male in it. I don't know if he's even going to be in it. It's not even about that. Da, da, da. And for me, it's like, I don't care. I don't give a shit.
So wait. Are all the dwarves women?
No, I'll get to the dwarves.
So the dwarves
they're
dwarves
very-
aren't men. They're half men?
I don't even think they're
they're all not
dwarves.
dwarves.
Are they like small actors?
No.
No,
That's fucked up, yo.
They're all. I don't give a shit.
they're very diverse.
They're all like different.
That doesn't matter to me.
They're all different type.
They're
people.
not diverse because none of them are actually small people.
So you know what's funny is they interviewed Hornswoggle like on CNN or some shit. Like they went to Hornswoggle for the source that
They couldn't get Peter Dinklage, the king of the dwarves.
because he could get a job without fucking. He could play a regular person.
Well, he plays a
He
giant.
plays Trask.
He does play a giant.
He plays Trask.
He just
too.
plays Trask like a normal person. That
like his role in Game of Thrones. He's just a normal person.
Well,
Definitely wasn't a dwarf in the comic. I mean, the comics, the books.
but it was.
They're Game
hella
of Thrones
funny
comics, right?
That
I
whole-
don't know.
I think there are. I think it's
I've
like
never
those side
seen any.
stories.
I just think
though.
it's funny that Hornswoggle was like, "Yeah, how are we supposed to get work?" I was like, "Motherfucker! First of all, you ain't gonna get a job at fucking Disney for playing a dwarf
Why not?
because he's not a good actor.
How do you know?
Who is Hornswoggle?
Because Hornswoggle's in wrestling and he's
How do you know he's not a good actor?
'Cause
Maybe he's never had an
wrestling
opportunity
is
because of his physical disabilities.
Oh,
I guess they wouldn't be disabilities.
Short people uniting.
Okay, first off, it is almost insulting to them to include me into that category with them.
But yeah, there's a whole uproar and people are like all over and TikTok and all that shit.
Well, she hasn't even seen the original movie.
she hasn't.
She says that.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
the
big
stupidest line she
controversy.
fucking said, is that she hasn't seen the original film. It's like, if you haven't seen the original film, just shut your fucking mouth, because of course people are going to react volatile. And then it's like, I don't know, it's this like culture of like people saying stuff, so people on Twitter act volatile because they know people on Twitter will act volatile, and they're like, yeah, I don't care, I'm such a badass. It's like, no, I go through life not giving a shit what people say on Twitter every day. That doesn't make me a badass. It makes me a normal functioning human being.
I also think people have been attacking her just because they know that they'll get a reaction out of her.
Sure, and that could probably go both
There's-
ways, right?
I've seen old videos where she's like crying because she's like lonely as an actor.
So
Oh,
And people
fucking-
were tying that into Snow White, but it was really when she was filming something a long time ago.
but
I don't know. I just have no sympathy for famous people.
it's just weird because I saw a clip where she's all.
So
Yeah,
are you
I
pro
better-
it or
I-
against it?
I better get paid for the streaming on this because I was in that dress and blah 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 blah, and I was like, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry, but just because you had trouble and not enjoyed being in costume, you're not getting paid per stream. That's the whole streaming thing. That's the whole striking thing. Whatever, but. I don't know. I just think it's weird. I don't give a shit about all these.
Did I just kill my mic?
You killed
It's a little bit quieter.
Yeah, what the fuck? How did I even fucking do that?
because you're skitching and scratching.
you fucked this. First off, you fucked this up when you plugged it all in because you had.
We were sounding fine before that.
There's a little bit of buzz
Yeah.
in the background, but
I don't know how.
now we're completely gone, I think.
No, you're there.
Am I?
You're there.
You two are here. I can't hear myself. That's the problem.
Is yours on?
Yeah, my mic is on.
Is yours on?
It like was working a literal minute.
Oh, there you
See,
go.
I have to like turn. If I keep mine at 0, for some reason it doesn't work. But yours does work, so I have to turn mine up and not yours. What the fuck?
Want some? Is this on?
Yeah.
More of a reason that I want to marry Bailey.
Stop being gross.
They did a list of like, what's your favorite entrance song?
And she shared all of the same ones as me. We're like fucking soulmates. Nobody cares.
She picked
Shut up.
Triple H, My Time.
Yeah.
Like, no one talks about that fucking song.
Except me.
Yep. It's a fucking great time.
Maybe she's Ryan's soulmate.
That song. But anyways, what was I going to say about the live action?
Are you pro or against it?
I don't care. There's two
Are you
different.
gonna even go see the fucking movie?
There's two different sides of it. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'll get into it in a second. There's two different sides. I feel one. Who gives a fuck if you decide to tweak a story because it's a fresh new story?
To be fair, it is kind of one of the most culturally relevant Disney movies.
It's not that great of a fucking movie.
I know, but it's the first one like ever made.
And then on the other side, I get that. Do you really have to try hard to be that different? Because modern times, we're modern.
Well, you just have to be a
women.
bit. You just have to be. You don't have to be a dick about it.
Like, we got to be modern women, and we don't need no prince in ours and this and that. And
No, it's not even so much the concept of that. It's just
That's
more
what
like
she
that.
fucking said.
It's a little bit more about how she's going about it.
I'm interested to see how the queen is going to sound. in the
Gal
movie.
Gadot. Well,
Who's the fairest of them all?
that's hella funny. I didn't even think about her voice.
Mia Mia on the wall.
Who's playing the mirror? I've never heard anybody actually been able to sing that song.
That's another thing too. They're like, the queen's always hotter than the Snow White, and that's the whole point. Is she's supposed to be upset that she's hotter, and everyone's like, "Oh, Gal Gadot's hotter than her," and then Charlize
that was Snow White. Okay.
Charlize Theron's hotter than Kristen Stewart in the Huntsman.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of right now.
And people are like, why are the queens mad? Like, why are they mad? Because they're actually way more attractive.
The women, because the queens, they get no bitches.
I guess. They listen to Amir.
They're femme cells, bro.
Anna Kendrick does her so good. It's ridiculous. I love Anna Kendrick too. They're Declan.
Sorry, I'm doing my Bella.
I know, I can tell.
That's not Anna Kendrick, though.
No,
Anna Kendrick
and then
does
my
a good
eyes started
impression of her.
burning too.
Oh.
So my eyes started burning right now too. So I'm like,
Twilight. Crystal
you're a
put,
vampire.
you sounded legit like you were like shocked, bro.
No.
What am I?
Sound like you
Say it. So dirty. It's like, say it. Crystal put on the Little Mermaid movie.
I haven't watched it yet.
The new-
Fucking horrible.
Really?
The
It's
new
just
one?
bad. Yeah, it's not a
Why?
good
Because
movie.
there's a black lead actor?
Yeah, first of all, like, it was just a black person, and I was like, I'm done.
Ernie just hates to see when black people have power.
I haven't watched
And
any of the
representation.
live action except for Lion King,
long,
and that's not even live. I mean, it's not live action because it's animated. And
It's also bad.
it was fine.
Meh.
It didn't change much.
Jungle
except,
Book's the only one I liked because it was the ending.
Yeah,
The
that
ending
one,
was
I remember that one.
Oh, and Christopher Walken's in that film. He's the big orangutan.
Is he?
Yeah.
King Louis. That's right. That's right.
And Scarlett Johansson was the snake.
Yeah.
Don't you dare insult Scarlett Johansson.
She could play anything.
She's
the best.
She could play anyone.
Idris Elba.
Any race?
Yeah.
Idris Elba's Scar was really good. Or
As Scar, or are you talking about Shere Khan?
sure.
I was
No.
gonna say
Is it
in
Shere
Lion
Khan?
King,
Shere
the
Khan
best person
is the
was,
tiger.
No, he's Black Panther. What's the Panther's name?
It's blue and it's...
Sarabi.
I can't remember. I can't...
That really bugs me.
I remember
favorite
Shere
part
Khan because
in,
tigers are sick as fuck.
in the Lion King movie is when Beyonce says, "My lions, come into formation," because she has a song called Formation, and I'm
God.
like,
Who runs this mother, girls? Yeah,
and when
Who runs well?
when she's talking, she's like,
Just a girl, no doubt,
"Simba,
no doubt.
you have to come back."
what?
Just a girl, no doubt, no doubt.
No doubt, no doubt. No
I
doubt.
believe the name of the
Cool,
album
cool.
by No Doubt is called No Doubt. So
No diggity.
you're just a girl, no doubt, no doubt.
Um,
His name is
Balloon, Panther. Why can't I think of
Bagheera.
Is it?
Yes,
Bagheera.
That's weird. I feel like I would know it.
Bagheera.
But yeah, Little Mermaid was really bad.
I still gotta watch it.
Crystal put it on. It was a night where like she was like, let's watch a movie, and I didn't feel good. I was like,
Isn't
I
it
don't
like
feel good.
the original one her favorite film of all time or some shit like that?
No,
Does she like mermaids or some shit?
That'd be one of my.
Your wife
top
doesn't like mermaids.
animated.
she likes mermaid. Yeah. She
Okay.
likes the artistic.
I thought you were gaslighting me for a second.
Artistic look of mermaids. Yes.
Like Starbucks.
Yeah. There's a whole thing about that. Where
About-
did they teach it? Was
about
it
what?
About how they
You
use
took logo
it.
design.
Yeah, how they use the logo and what it means and the meaning behind it. I don't know. It was stupid, whatever it was. But
Star. The star.
yeah, Satan. That's
Her fins being ripped in half.
Jesus, and you spilt a little.
Just on my hand. Oh no, and a little bit on here, man. It's only water at this
What's
point.
new? You always leave messes here. Everyone's like, why does Declan leave stuff behind?
Because I'm an idiot.
Oh, dude, you left. My wife was fucking livid.
She certainly wasn't livid enough to have told me today.
Liquid death was left on the fire hydrant out there.
What is liquid death?
It's water.
Why?
It's water, sparkling water, and
It's just a really good way to brand stuff.
The water is really
And
good.
the tea
though.
is booty cheeks.
I like the tea.
I don't like the tea.
I got the peach at
I got
7-Eleven.
the Arnold Palmer one.
Yeah, I'm not an Arnold Palmer guy though.
Yeah, it was garbage.
I got peach, and I was like, "This is really good."
Was yours sweet?
Yeah,
Mine wasn't sweet.
and then I kept thinking the whole time it was water peach, and I was like, "This is really good. Goddamn, this is some good drink." Then I realized it's like
Tea. It's probably
just
a million
tea,
calories.
a million calories, and all that stuff.
But they mostly sparkling water, and it's just a good way to.
The one we bought, I had it in the cart on Amazon just because I was looking at stuff. Crystal bought it, and it's just water. It's called.
Well, you didn't buy the sparkling one, which is the
It's
better one.
mountain water. That's it. So it's really weird. You crack it open, and it's just water coming out of it. But it tastes good though. It has like a refreshing taste. Like I'm on top of a mountain.
Have you ever filled up a can with water after you drink the soda?
No, I'm not
No.
an animal.
Oh, I've done that many times.
Why?
No,
Like if there was no clean.
You are poor.
yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
I was poor.
The only time I ever use cans is as spare ashtrays. I'm never refilling them and drinking.
using your cup.
Actually, that's a lie. If
cup
I have like a
hands to
half
drink water?
if I open like a Coke and I like drank half of it and then I open the fridge and I see I already had an open Coke, I'll just take the open Coke and pour it into the new Coke.
that makes sense.
But that's
This
like
is- Crystal doesn't like. So when I drink soda,
you do half. and
if I
half.
only drink like half of it or whatever, or take a couple sips because I don't want to drink too much.
or drink mine.
Sure,
Oh, you put it in the fridge and then.
I
grab
put in the
another
fridge,
one?
but I put like I'll stuff like a little bit of a paper towel in it or something to keep the carbonation in, and it works.
Why not just put a plastic bag over it with a rubber band?
I could do that too.
That's
But
probably way better.
Crystal's like that doesn't work.
They also
I'm
make
like,
those things that you can put on the top of cans.
My
that you
dad,
can bump 'em.
I'll never hear the end of it. My dad told me back in the day he had the idea that put something on top of your can of soda, and he was like, you can make it like a nozzle or something. I don't know. He goes, your mom told me it was the stupidest thing. And he goes, then it got invented and stuff. And it's one of those stories I always hear where my dad's like, I could have been rich,
I've
Ernie.
never heard that before.
Yeah, he's told me it a million times. Anyways, did you see any of that Thunderbolt news? That Sentry's going to be...
Is it Steven?
They keep saying it's him. I don't know. I just can't picture him with long hair. The sources
I'm
say...
just kind of over it now.
The sources say... his
You know what?
suit-
You know what? I've given up on
accurate.
Star Wars.
Just let it happen.
I might give up on Marvel now too.
Well,
Oh, you didn't
people-
like Star Wars?
Oh, I used to love Star Wars, and now I fucking hate Star Wars. It's the most derivative, most annoying, most stupid bullshit ever. We were talking about how everybody gets stabbed and survives nowadays. So does that mean anybody who's ever been stabbed in Star Wars can survive now? I don't like Star Wars anymore. I really don't. The last thing I liked that Star Wars had was Rogue One, and some of the
I used to
Mandalorian,
love
and most of the
Rogue
Mandalorian.
But I just...
I'm more joking about the Marvel thing. I'll
Right now,
probably never stop
I feel
watching
like
Marvel
lately
films.
I've been watching
They haven't done anything
and
recently.
playing stuff to where I don't want to waste the energy to hate things.
That's good.
I don't actually.
Good.
Oh my god.
Let the hate.
My parents,
Like,
parents are always like, hate's such a strong word. I'm being hyperbolic. I don't like sit in my room mauled over Star Wars. When I say hate something, it usually just means I try to stop thinking about it or actively participating in it. I'm not gonna go watch Ahsoka the first second it comes out anymore because I don't have any interest in what Star Wars produces anymore. I'm not gonna sit there and go on Twitter and yell about how I hate Ahsoka. I'm just gonna be like, meh. I'm just not jazzed about it anymore. Yeah. I was joking about the Marvel thing. It'll probably never become a moment in which I won't try to go see a Marvel movie at least around when it comes out. And no single actor is gonna make me stop watching Marvel films. And Steven Yeun is a good actor. He'd probably be a perfect role for it.
I think of an actor that would make me not want to watch a Marvel movie.
Mel Gibson. Alec Baldwin.
To be real, everyone's in Marvel right now, so it's like hard to pick an actor.
Jonathan Majors.
Logan Paul.
See, I loved what was that show called?
The Wire.
Through the wire.
Not American Horror Story. It was called
Black Mirror.
No. It was a HBO show.
Oh, is it the Cloverfield one? Not Cloverfield, the Lovecraft County?
Lovecraft Country.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show
got really canceled. Good. That's why I never sat down and watched it, because I don't want to invest the time into something that just got canceled.
So they finished the whole story.
Okay.
It just never got picked up.
Again? Okay.
Plus, 2 of the actors from that show are in Loki.
Oh. Is it the black chick who's in charge of the time variance?
Who's the other one?
Jonathan Majors.
Well, the other person is Journey Smollett, and she was supposed to do Black Canary, but that hasn't gone anywhere.
But why though?
Because she was Black Canary and
that's right. I forgot about that fucking film.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah, Harley Quinn.
God, that was such.
But then her brother.
Jesse Smollett,
he did his whole controversy.
He fucked up like an idiot.
I didn't know that was her brother.
Yeah,
that was a really good
Juicy
time.
Smollett.
Me and Lucas just chilled one early afternoon. He came by early, and we're like,
was he in?
Birds of Prey's on. Let's just watch it. And it was horrible.
That music show.
Oh, Empire?
Yeah.
Is that the only thing he was ever in?
Possibly no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. for right now.
Didn't he go to jail?
Yeah, because he lied.
Yeah.
But they said, back to...
Did you see Trump held a gun?
Did he?
Yeah.
Like a G sideways?
I just pictured him like Britney Spears.
Technically, when you're in criminal trial, you can't own a gun, so like... You can't even basically... You can't be in possession of a gun, and nobody told Trump this. So yeah, there's a bunch of photos of Trump holding a Glock and talking about, oh, Glock's a great gun. And all I could think as well as I was driving listening to that, I was like, that's a German gun, bro. Like, you're not even holding a M1911, like an American pistol. You're holding a German gun. Look at this German gun.
Look at this gun.
It's perfect. Actually, it might be fucking Danish or Dutch, or they're all the fucking same. Fuck you guys.
I look like a beast.
All those lower European countries. I'm from the upper European countries.
I told you last night I was bored out of my mind, so I'm just clicking through channels. And I texted you. I was like, why is Donald Trump on TV?
I put it on Maverick TV.
Because he's not
but I guess
in jail yet.
I guess he skipped
Do you know
out.
he can still be president from jail?
So stupid. That'd be awesome.
And then pardon himself for any federal crimes he's committed?
Nah, I don't like that. I just like the fact that he's doing his
Me and my mom were
talks.
talking about this, though. Also, he can't pardon himself from state crimes, though. He has to get the governor or whatever state policies in place to pardon him for said crimes.
All them soft people.
So the New York crimes, those ain't never getting pardoned.
I guess
doesn't he live in Florida though?
With his $500 million or $350 million Mar-a-Lago.
DeSantis doesn't like him, I don't think.
He still lives in Florida though. Trump operates in Florida and in New York.
I know.
He's in New York. It's New York, Florida, and Alabama?
Damn.
Wait, why am I talking about Trump? I don't care.
See, I don't hate Trump. I find him utterly amusing.
I don't like the feller, but...
I don't like the feller. Down here in the South, we do things a little bit different.
It was just
Trump should be stuck in one of those those 1940s Alabama churches that are hot. Everybody's like
waving the fans.
And he's got the fancy
best dress
country
for Sundays.
lawyer, like the chicken from Futurama.
Yeah, it was just weird because he was on, and I'm like, why? And I guess he skipped out on the Republican talk to go to like an auto something for cars.
To be fair, he is still winning in the polls, and none of the fucking Republicans have done anything to establish themselves as even a competitor. Ron DeSantis is a fucking uncharismatic little chode. Vivek Ramaswamy is the dumbest man I've ever heard speak.
See,
and nobody likes Mike Pence and the other chick enough to ever vote for her.
I can't even follow any
Mike
of
Pence,
that.
the X-Men villain.
Yeah.
Mutants,
stinking mutants.
Why is he X-Men villain?
Because he
There's
like
an old drawing from.
he looks like
was that
Senator
comic?
Kelly. Not Senator Kelly. Who is it that he looks like?
It's in the
Trask.
God loves, man
Kills.
trade.
Do you ever think God stays in heaven because he too is afraid of what he's created?
That's such a great quote.
You know what that's from?
No.
Spy Kids too. Steve Buscemi says it.
God,
Jesus Christ.
Spike has just got a new one, and it's a whole new beginning.
Did somebody ring
People
the
aren't watching it
Dinkster?
because of what's his name being in it.
You guys remember when
Just
Sylvester...
because
Oh.
Levi,
Wait, what?
Crystal was like,
Whoa,
because I
whoa,
was like,
back,
ooh,
back, back, back,
I was
back.
like, I'm gonna watch
He
this. 'cause
fell quick.
I was like, my girlfriend.
I don't know what you're talking about. You can't put your finger up and start continue about something
Shazam.
that I don't... Okay, thank you.
I was like, my girlfriend's in this. I'm gonna watch this. Crystal. She's like, well, I'm gonna watch it for Zach Levi. I was like, what? I don't know anyone that thinks he's hot. She's like, I don't know. I'm just trying to up one you because she knows I like
that didn't
I like
work.
Jane the Virgin. But yeah, it's weird. So people don't want to watch it because of him.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
He was against the strike like Stephen Amell was. His show got canceled.
Wait,
Stephen Amell is Green Arrow? Yeah.
Oh, heels. You know what's funny is
It just got
AJ
canceled, like,
Lee
2
just
days
got
ago.
in that.
Really?
Yeah, she just came in the second season. CM Punk's in it too. It's crazy.
Well,
I didn't know. Do they get canceled probably because they were still going?
possibly. I don't know. I just read it like 2
It
days
just it just got announced.
Yeah. I don't know.
I have a ton of wrestling outlets that I follow, and they
People
all
are like,
talking about-
wait, you played Green Arrow for how long and you were against the strike for people?
Well, look at Drew Barrymore. Was like, fuck it.
Was
Oh
he
yeah,
She's like, I'm gonna go back on. I'm gonna support my people. I'm gonna give them money. And then everyone's like, bitch, you're crazy. And then she's like, never mind. I don't think I'm gonna do it anymore.
that
Who
was
else?
after a whole week though. of her
Bill
getting
Bill Maher also was
attacked.
like, I'm gonna go back.
Yeah,
it
Moore
was,
sucks.
It was pretty much every talk show.
And then Jimmy Kimmel just did a ad today, like, we're back. I'm like, I fucking hate all you guys. Like,
Even Bill Maher.
I mean,
I mean, I think all
Bill Maher's just old now. All he does is complain
I don't
about
mind,
like
I don't
new
mind
things.
some of his opinions. It just goes with
He's like that old man screaming at clouds, you know.
anybody on these talk shows. I don't mind some of their opinions, but it's like they're also shitty opinions.
Do you like-
SNL.
Do you like
that's-
Russell Brand?
No.
Okay.
Why don't you like Russell Brand? I like
Huh?
Russell Brand.
Because he's a
terrible.
sex pest and he's got
He's
horrible
terrible.
opinions.
I want to know why
and
Ryan thinks he's
nope.
terrible.
He's terrible.
Terrible.
I'm trying to think of what he's done in the past.
I have to find my. I probably have.
Besides allegedly rape a 16-year-old.
I have my little tapes that went
I
to
don't
my
care
camera.
for his humor.
I don't care for it either. It's British humor. It's just like crass
Well, I like
and
British
crude.
humor.
Well,
but
it's
I
like
don't-
the
I don't like.
it's like the
him.
worst part of British
He's
humor, right? Where it's
hilarious.
And I
overly
don't like
crass
Katy
or
Perry
crude.
either.
He's
Sure.
And that's when I
hilarious.
stopped.
That was toxic. Their relationship was fucking.
He's hilarious in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's
Yeah, the movie's funny.
He's so fucking funny in that. Like, literally.
Is that the greatest comedy of all time?
No. I couldn't pick
No.
the greatest. Dumb and Dumber's up there, though. Get Him to the Greek is alright.
I've never seen that.
I haven't even heard of that.
It's a spinoff of Forgetting Sarah Marshall
Oh,
with him and Jonah Hill and stuff. You
is
never
that the one where he's the
Puff Daddy's
rock
in it?
star?
Yeah. He's Elias Snow?
That's not a real person, but
That's his name?
is he supposed to be like a parody of Alice Cooper or something?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
He Russell Brand is in some Pope horror movie.
Pope?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Wait, why am I on this side?
I know there's none horror movies out right now.
Well, that's a Conjuring movie.
Yeah, but also that people like scary nuns for some fucking reason. It's probably some sex thing, to be honest with you.
Whoa. Where'd that come from?
Because a lot of this weird religious stuff is always a sex thing.
That's fucking
No,
weird.
There's a lot of sexual
ties
repression.
into the Conjuring universe.
Yeah, but isn't like The Nun, the movie The Nun, about a lesbian nun who was like murdered by the other nuns, and then she haunts nuns? I never saw The Nun, but I did watch descriptions of The Nun, and that's what I remember. I could easily be wrong and be thinking of like a rip-off of The Nun, because there were like 5 nun movies that came out in like 2 months of each other.
I have no clue.
I haven't seen all the
Are
Conjuring.
you telling me that like religion and religious imagery is not driven by like sexual frustration and repression? A lot of like these like
I don't.
He's not a horror movie person.
I've never really
so.
connected him.
I feel like a lot of horror movies also have like usually have some element of a sexual
Slashers,
nature
for
in it.
sure.
Yeah. Well, like Psycho's like the first one. That's got a weird mommy issue
Virgins
thing.
are safe.
What?
Virgins are always safe in horror movies.
No, they're not.
No, they're not.
It's the ones that are having sex or the ones that die when they're having sex.
Sure.
Jason, Michael Myers, stuff like that.
This chair sucks.
Sorry. But anyways, they said Sentry's going to be part of the team for the first 2 acts.
And then the Void.
And the 3rd act, the Void comes out.
So he just kills the whole Marvel universe.
But if the Void comes out, it's
Like, are they going to get Hulk to help stop or something?
But like, if you look at the Thunderbolts team, they're not. They're all like.
That's what I'm going to say.
They're all like
That's what
super soldiers.
Yeah, because it's what? U.S. Agent, Black, the new Black Widow.
Red Guardian.
Wow. Anybody else? Just 3 normal people?
I think Ghost was supposed to be
Bucky,
in
Winter
it.
Soldier.
Another
But I don't
normal
think
dude.
she's in it anymore.
Because, by the way, super soldiers are just normal people nowadays.
Because
Everybody's a fucking super
everyone was bitching that who's gonna be their heavy hitter on their team.
Dude,
Red-
when-
And then now they're like, oh, Sentry's on. I'm like, well, there's
It'll
their
be
heavy
Red
hitter.
Hulk.
Yeah, but how was Red Hulk going to stop the Sentry? When the Hulk
Red
fought...
Hulk punched the fucking Watcher. Huh?
Sure, but the Hulk fought Sentry to a standstill, right?
They might.
Is the Red Hulk stronger than Ares?
Probably.
Yeah, I would think so. Hulks aren't one to fuck with.
Sure, but is Red Hulk stronger than Worldbreaker Hulk?
No.
Then how did Worldbreaker Hulk not beat Sentry? They beat each other to a standstill. Like, I'm just saying, Sentry is, in the comics would be so much stronger than the rest of these characters, even the Red Hulk. That it does,
Has
still
Red
doesn't make
Hulk fought Sentry before?
it wouldn't matter because the Red Hulk has never fought Worldbreaker Hulk, and the Sentry didn't lose the Worldbreaker Hulk. They fucking tied. So if the Red Hulk's not stronger than
he
Worldbreaker
wasn't
Hulk,
Worldbreaker Hulk. Oh yeah, he was.
yes, he was Worldbreaker
Yeah,
Hulk.
you're right,
That was the
yeah.
whole end of Worldbreaker Hulk, because they beat each other so much that they end up being Robert Reynolds and Bruce Banner again. They literally, like, the last thing they do is it's just them as normal dudes punching each other.
You said Robert Reynolds, and I was like,
That's not
Ryan Reynolds. So
No.
Deadpool is fighting Hulk?
no. His name is Robert or Bob
Deadpool
or
has
Bobby
fought Hulk many times.
or Robbie or Roberto.
But yeah, so I'm kind of confused of how is this going to end, or are they going to really depower him?
Oh, we don't even know what's going to be rewritten. A lot of shows are being... Like, I read today that everybody that was on Vision Quest, writer-wise, has removed Vision Quest from their IMDb profiles today. So they're like, Vision Quest is canceled. But they haven't said
Isn't it
anything
weird
about
how, like, they started this whole thing?
And someone said, I hope Wonder Man's next.
That's racist.
You mean as, like, they just make the show a Wonder Man show?
No, just cancel it.
Oh. I feel like there's still, like, several loose ends you have to tie up there.
Probably.
Considering a white vibranian man is
Well,
just
there's a
floating
whole...
around the universe.
I think they're doing a whole...
They need a West Coast Avengers. That'd be dope.
Also, how
I think that will happen.
how did Thanos... Is Thanos stronger than Vibranium?
Who?
Thanos?
Stronger than who?
Vibranium? Because he takes the thing out of his head.
I mean,
Or is that the Power Stone doing all
he
the work?
slapped the shit out of Black Panther, I think, so...
Huh.
Didn't he break Captain America's shield?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the Gauntlet that's stronger than Vibranium? Or is it like the Power Stone making him stronger than Vibranium?
That's true, he did have a bunch of stones.
Or is it the
I was-
Reality Stone making
I
it
was-
weaker?
I was mad because everyone was like, Hulk got his ass whipped, and I was like, well, he had the power gem when he fought him. So that's
Wouldn't Hulk
got his ass
Wouldn't
whipped.
base Hulk also kind of lose to Thanos as his get-go? Like base Hulk, like regular Hulk.
Regular Hulk against regular Thanos, it's pretty much not that. I mean, it's pretty even.
Sure.
Yeah. Thanos.
I'm not talking about Hulk when he gets angry. I'm talking about like base Hulk.
What's base Hulk?
Like Hulk at like normal levels
like Hulk
of anger.
at Starbucks and just
Sure. Or like Hulk who was chilling out in the woods, and then Thanos beams down and fights him. And Thanos doesn't do anything else to aggravate him even further.
Hulk with his
latte and his scarf and his glasses.
Stay in school, kids.
You want a photo, guys?
I guess. I mean,
I don't know. I feel like Thanos can't just be a pushover. If Hulk could beat him on his own, then why didn't Hulk beat him on his own? Like in any of the comics, even when Thanos doesn't come down with a gauntlet.
He was scared.
Well, Hulk's not looking for a fight in the comics.
What?
You're saying like Hulk just looking.
If Thanos came down and fought the Avengers, he's fought them without the gauntlet before.
Yeah.
And beaten them without the gauntlet before.
I
think there has to have been a moment which, otherwise, Thanos isn't a scary bad guy. The Gauntlet's a scary bad guy.
Well, ever since
why would I give a fuck about Thanos?
Why be afraid of Lex Luthor or whatever? Like people are smart.
Nobody's afraid of Lex Luthor. People
are terrified.
No.
Superman has.
How does the guy become? Yeah, no. People are afraid of the Joker. People aren't afraid of Lex Luthor.
I don't know why you're afraid of the
Most people think normal.
Joker can't even fight.
Martha Kent was terrified.
You don't think the Joker just come in the middle of the night, steal your wife and kid, beat them with a crowbar,
but he can't fight, though, I'm saying.
But that doesn't make
him. If it was you 1-on-1, you shouldn't be afraid of the Joker.
What if he's got a knife or a gun or acid? Like the normal thing the Joker has.
Acid out of a flower.
I'm pretty sure I can show you like a million times the Joker's at least fought Batman reasonably. He's not gonna beat Batman.
He's gotta use his good old brains.
But he's got like knives or that's what I'm saying. The Joker's gonna be smarter than you, so you're fucked if you fought the Joker. That's it. I'm running. I'm not fucking fighting the Joker. You insane? I'm not fighting the Penguin. He's a Penguin man. I'm not fighting any of Batman's rogues. If you had to tell me how to fight one of Batman's rogues, it'd probably be Harley Quinn because at least she's a normal ass person.
Mad Hatter.
No, bro, you don't fuck with crazy people.
I don't know.
See, Harley Quinn at least is a normal human being, right?
No.
She's like the average person.
She's crazy.
She's a little crazy, yes. But she's also been not as crazy
don't fuck
before.
with the poison ivy.
Yeah, you think? She probably like throw a seed in your mouth and then it'll just sprout like a watermelon out of your stomach.
She just don't give no fucks and has way too much power.
Who else would be easy? Who would be the easiest of Batman's rogues to take?
Ventriloquist?
No, he's got a gun, right?
Scarface.
He's got a gun though, right? It's a functioning gun too.
The puppet Scarface carries a gun.
Is it the girl that's like a little girl, but she's like
baby doll? I think it's called. I don't know.
Kicker. It's like the Chucky thing. It's like I'm not afraid of Chucky.
The one that he swings on the swing at the end of the animated series.
That's Ace.
Episode? I don't know.
And she's like not really like
what?
And that's not the animated series. That's JLU. She's talking about Ace.
Swings?
Yeah, there's one episode.
He's on the swing with Ace. She's one of the what's it called?
Will you sit here and die with me?
Yeah.
It's like fuck. And then Amanda Waller's like, yeah, I need her body. And Batman's like, go fuck yourself. And then he does that. He's like holding her body, and then she like points guns at Batman, and then Aquaman and Superman come down. And he's like, mine are bigger, and then walks away. It's a good episode. It's a really good fucking episode. That and the Booster Gold are my two favorite episodes from JLU.
Never watch all JLU.
I like the one where
it's really not that long.
All the street level people get thrown into that cage fight with Black Canary and.
Oh, is that when they're like in like the villain cage fight where they have to go under? They have to go under cover and
something like that.
Yeah.
Huntress is in it.
I like Huntress in Question. Those are good episodes too.
I don't know how we got here.
You were talking about Thunderbolts,
and then
you were talking about Hulk. And then it somehow got to DC.
I know. I was thinking what segue took us to that turn.
We were talking about why Joker and why who are you afraid of?
You're saying why would you be afraid of who though? You're saying I don't know. It's maybe Thanos. Thanos?
I said Lex Luthor's whole thing is the average person isn't afraid of Lex Luthor. They see him as Jeff Bezos. He's just a businessman. The only people that live under fear of Lex Luthor is like the average person that works for him, and then like Superman. I don't even think Superman fears him.
That one guy that Wonder Woman fights in '84.
Maxwell Lord.
Yeah, that guy. You wouldn't be afraid of him.
If he touches, I don't know if he touches you or tricks you, right? If he gets to you first, right? But if you know he's a bad guy,
it was like about a wish or something like that.
But it could be. What does he always say? But he's like, but it could be better or some shit. Or it could be more.
No. He says X is great, but it could be better.
Yeah, some shit like that.
So apparently, we're only keeping Blue Beetle, John Cena,
Who plays Blue Beetle plays Magic the Gathering.
Yay!
and who was the third person?
Bloodsport.
Oh, Amanda Waller. Those are only actors that are moving into.
Not any of the other people from Peacemaker.
Restore the Snyderverse.
Didn't mention them.
Who?
James Gunn.
Okay. Our Lord and Savior James Gunn.
People really don't like him right now. People are hating him. Just because he's starting a whole new thing. I mean, I don't know. I think nothing really impressed me so far besides the first Shazam. The second one was fuck.
Well,
You enjoyed Suicide Squad?
He didn't have a hand in Shazam or Black Adam or.
Well, Black Adam's
did it?
fucking terrible.
No, but I'm talking about like, I don't mind him rebooting everything.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't care that much either. Unless he gives me.
I don't want to be
Only if he gives me
those
Ragman.
haters. Those haters.
I want Ragman.
Why you want Ragman?
I just think it's funny. I just think Ragman would be funny.
He's a boss covered in rags.
Yeah, he's cool. He's dirty. I don't even know anything about his origin. I just think he's funny. Oh, Kite Man. That's the easiest Batman villain to take care of. Kite Man.
Yeah.
I could take Kite
Yeah,
Man.
I needed to get that book back from you where I was like, hey, you should read this. And I think it's in the back of your card.
No.
In the...
If one is still there, you definitely got it back. I do not have a comic in my car.
No, I never got it back because that's the War of Jokes and Riddles. It's a really fucking good story. But the Kite Man's origin is heartbreaking. And it's crazy how they made it so sad.
You know, Plastic Man could beat Superman.
A lot of people could be Superman. There's a panel where Damien goes off
Didn't
on
he
him.
die?
Superman?
Damien?
If he did, he probably got thrown to the Lazarus pit.
he died, but he came back. I don't know.
I mean, his grandpa's Ra's al Ghul. So.
It's the demon's head.
He's like, I'll draw
My
a freaking
grandfather
pentagram.
was the demon's head.
I'm gonna draw a freaking pentagram, and I'm gonna sit there, and I'm gonna kill you with magic. Like, you're weak, Superman. I'm like, I love this kid. But anyways,
Don't you think if Superman really wanted to kill him, though, he'd just kill him?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, I don't think anybody could beat Superman because Superman never fights anybody with the intent to kill them. And then when he does, usually they fucking die.
Review time. How was everyone's opinions on One Piece?
The One Piece! The One Piece is real! It's cool. Enjoyed it.
Did you watch the cartoon first?
No. Well,
The cartoon?
Anime.
I've caught the 4Kids animation
With the lollipop.
dub
And the gun with a hammer on it.
in the past, like when it first came out.
Sanji's got a really
What the hell are you
voice.
talking about?
Huh?
I know what you're talking about.
What is
The American translation.
The original dub of One Piece was done on
that
4Kids
came out-
TV,
yeah.
alongside Yu-Gi-Oh and a couple other animes, and like this was the same era as like a Sonic show and all this other stuff. And
Chili Dogs?
Chili Dogs, the one where he like hangs out with a normal kid. I think that's that's the Sonic one.
I started One Piece anime with Logan just to watch it with him. It was cool. I was like, whatever, but I wasn't going to commit to it. But it was kind of nice watching the show because there were parts I was like, wait, isn't this guy blah, blah, blah? Because I kind of, like the pink hair dude, I'm like...
Kobe.
Right. I'm not going to know all the names, but I was like...
Kobe and Hell Meppo.
I was like, isn't he like way too much in this? Like, because I thought he disappeared
Garp's
early.
also like not in it at all.
And
Luffy's grandpa.
My son had to like inform me. On
Grandpa?
Grandpa? We don't find that out until like way later.
But do you think...
Like when they get a new ship.
Do you think... I was just talking to
I think that almost ruins the whole show in some aspects. A lot of people aren't happy with it.
I forgot who I was just
It's the one thing...
Oh, it was Mark.
It's the one thing Oda, the original creator, didn't... They had to like really work to convince him to include all that stuff with Garp, Luffy's grandpa, and all that kind of stuff. And like, I don't know. It was probably my least favorite part of the whole show. I still really enjoyed it. But like...
Well, I was talking to Mark...
Just watch the anime, motherfuckers.
Since I have the opinion of no manga anime, I enjoyed the show a lot.
I think the show was
my
great.
favorite thing I've watched this year.
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. What made me...
The
cast is really fucking good.
So good. So perfect.
But
I keep seeing these things where it's like, Japanese fans were mad that Luffy's not played by a Japanese guy. And I'm like,
he's not Japanese.
I'm pretty sure anybody who cares
He's
about
supposed
One
to be
Piece doesn't care.
Brazilian.
Yes. Everybody who cares about One Piece understands that Luffy's not supposed to be Japanese. Zoro is supposed to be Japanese. It's almost like Oda came out and said everybody...
Actor looks
just like
so dead on. Minus the nose.
Would you want the nose to be
No.
there?
No.
I think the nose would be too much.
People have like photoshopped it and it doesn't.
How about
look
Sanji's
good.
eyebrows? People complained about
No,
that.
that's another thing. It's fine.
I want him to play Gambit now.
If you drew the eyebrows on him, it makes it look like go from like a costume to a cosplay.
Yeah.
It becomes like, oh, like Luffy, you don't have to, you can kind of see the scar he's got, but it's not as like pronounced as it is in the anime.
Yeah.
Same with Garp. Garp's got a big fucking scar that took me like the whole season to like really be able to see.
Mm-hmm.
But like they still like did really good job with like the mini details, like Mihawk's eyes, those like yellow with the circles in them, and
The only thing that bothered me was some of the fish people were a little ugly to me.
yeah, but
the
they
main
would
one-
be ugly.
The main guy looked fine, but
Arlong?
the one with the pigtails, I was like,
Oh, you didn't like oh my god, what's his name? He's the Fishman karate guy.
yeah, I couldn't stand
didn't
how
like-
he looked.
You like Chew though? The one who drinks the alcohol and goes.
Yeah, that one was funny.
In the manga, his lips are like fucking fully duck lipped. Like
That's so weird. It's so Star Wars without being Star Wars.
and there's no
weird creatures.
Hachi. There's no. There's supposed to be an octopus guy that Zoro fights, but they cut him out because that's like probably really
Well,
difficult to do.
that's what the other thing that I thought was really good is what DC, Marvel, they're not doing is practical sets.
Yeah.
and effects, because all the fishmen were all, for the most part, were all like guys in makeup. And like in terms of
Well,
like,
I mean, like Guardians does that for Taserface and shit like that. But for me, it was more like the backgrounds and
yeah,
stuff.
but
Like,
Guardians
how much
is
does that
also
cost?
$1 million movie.
Yeah, they teased
this
it like
cost a lot, I
a year or two ago when they were building one of the boat sets.
Yeah,
and they were showing how much money they put into it.
There were some weird shots too that I didn't like think were like off-putting. That like I just like kind of POV shots or like weird like angles.
They
or,
zoomed
like, when it
in
got-
on people's faces a lot, which was kind of strange.
It was.
But
It's only gonna get
different.
fucking crazier from here, and that's why I'm like,
Do you think Eminem's gonna come?
oh, dude, that would be fucking amazing.
do you think we will see Luffy in his?
I think we will see Jamie Lee Curtis.
What's it called?
Oh yeah, she's already talking. About
What's it called? Level 5?
Gear 5.
Or he's white.
Yeah.
Also, guys, this is all like late game spoilers.
I was gonna say,
man.
isn't that like
It's
way?
it spoiled the same week that the show was out. It was the top
I knew about it a month before it happened.
show. It was the top streaming show, the top anime, and the top.
See, but how
manga.
do they make money back? I don't get it with streaming. Like, how do they make money back when all I do is pay a Netflix account?
Netflix paid them,
For the rights.
and then
Netflix is based off of how many people are going to watch it. The people who own the show,
But how do they make money based off how all of us watching it?
Netflix does.
But I'm already paying for like a monthly subscription.
oh, you're paying.
That's your
what subscription do you have?
I don't know.
like. Do you have no ads?
I have no ads.
I have no ads on Netflix.
Then you're going to pay a little extra, so that's going to make you money. But like the people that don't have the no ads option are making them money.
Netflix
by
makes
ads.
money from the ads, but then they
That would
also
drive
make
me
money
Fucking nuts.
for you paying to not have ads.
I just think we should have chat over all ads from now on. I watched football on Twitch the other day, and so usually when ads come on Twitch, they're personal ads. When the ads came on the football game through Twitch, they were just the broadcast ads. So chat was still going. So chat was just like having a fucking field day, making fun of like L commercial, W commercial. The chick from AT&T came on, and chat went way too horny over that.
Squirrel Girl.
People just shit talking other teams.
She's
Chat
bad
just
at
makes-
math.
Chat just makes commercials so much better.
Far as though the show for me, because this is all a lot of new territory for me. So I'm not just
Rubber looked good.
I'm not just looking. I know I was really worried it was gonna look bad because now it's
he doesn't really do
it
any.
sets up the Mr. Fantastic now. It's like it has to be just as good as that.
Luffy's a little bit more rubbery in the anime in terms of like people like grab his face and pull it more and stuff like that. So they kind of shied away from doing too much of that.
They did
really,
one.
They really.
With his face.
I know, but like he'll sometimes do it to like scare people, or somebody will like grab his side of his, like Nami will grab his side of his face to grab his attention or whatever, and that happens like a lot in the manga, which is
anyone get with Nami?
No, Oda doesn't know. Oda talks about this. Oda has no idea. Oda's
he didn't want
the guy who
romantic relations.
He doesn't know how to write them. That's what he says. He's like, I don't want them. I don't know how to write them.
Relationships?
Yeah. He's not
boy-girl relationships or
period.
Romantic, I should say.
Romantic. Because he's not allowed to put sex in his fucking shonen series.
Have sex
but then what other kind of relationships are like...
I watched Ned's Declassified, and there's like boyfriend-girlfriends in high school. It's just...
Sure. But Oda doesn't... He says he's not an expert at writing that. And if you really want to go see that, there's like a whole genre for like romance.
Well, it's just part of the crew. It's just like, are these people ever going to get
No, they're family, bro. That's like the whole point of One Piece is that they're nakama, which is like a word that doesn't... It's just like super fucking weeaboo shit. I'm gonna sound like a fucking troglodyte. Nakama is like a word that... A troglodyte is the Latin word for frogs. It's another thing. It's like calling somebody a chud. You know what chud is? A cannibalistic humanoid underdweller.
Hello. It's called a lance.
Yeah.
That's from A Knight's Tale.
But yeah, it's just that it doesn't. There's Nakama is supposed to be like family. It's like friends, but like closer than friends. So like now the characters are supposed to really get together.
I felt like it was even from the beginning. The clip even that was on the trailer where he's like, I'm feeling like there's a little tension between the crew, and they're like, we're not a crew. Like the vibes were so good with all them, their chemistry.
Yeah, that people talk about that. That's like,
okay, but you're coming from a guy that never saw anything really of it. So I'm just saying, like,
I'm coming from that?
No, me. I'm just saying it's. So I was soaking in.
I was going to explain to why that's the case because the actors have come out and talked about it.
I was soaking in this friendship that I've never watched before in my, never watched. No, and
the relationships aren't the exact same. Like Zoro isn't as... He's a little bit more fun-loving he does a little bit more wacky shit in the anime than he does. He's like the straight man.
But I like his vibe.
He's still a straight man, but he has like really funny quirks. Like he gets lost all the time. Like they had several scenes which they could have used, like when him and Usopp are walking down the thing trying to find alcohol in the mansion or whatever. Zoro could have just all of a sudden taken a weird turn, and that would just be the end of easy. So he's a little bit more. He doesn't call his names out. He doesn't call his attacks out. He calls his attacks out in the anime.
But he thinks that's stupid, doesn't he?
Yeah, but that... I was literally waiting for the moment in which he finally did it, especially when fighting Mihawk, when he finally says the move that he uses against Mihawk, and he doesn't say anything. I'm just like, fucking cool. Thanks, guys. Like, I don't know.
And was that, again, like Logan was telling me,
the Mihawk fight was pretty close. That was a close... I cried at the end of that.
I watched the anime next to it, and they look pretty good.
I'll never lose again. Yeah, that's my favorite scene in One Piece.
Ever.
So my favorite scene in One Piece, all the way through, is because that's the point where Zoro swears he'll never lose again, and he never does. Not really.
Him nursing back to health
doesn't get knocked out in the manga. But when they added that, it like makes it
because like Logan said it's a lot longer because they're all like checking on him,
and
they're all trying to talk to him. They're all trying to talk to him while he's out of it, and they're all like saying how much they care about him. So it's like building. But like I said, it was it made me really like. I don't like. I think I told you I don't like jump because me being a person of like fandoms, you do get a little bit of like protective of them and like, man, I hate when people just jump on this dude. I've been riding this fucking horse since day one. They're just gonna jump on it. So I don't want to be that guy, but I did really feel a lot like I think I told you a lot of connection with Luffy just having a dream and a goal, and then you want the right people around you.
Yeah, I get the story applies to your life, my dude.
No, I know, but like it was
kind of like one of those.
It was a cool vibe though. Like going into it,
the whole thing's about like dreams.
I didn't expect to have this fucking love for these characters and story when I only had my son bug me about it.
I could have told you this was going to happen. I've been telling people for fucking years. It's the greatest thing I've ever read. I don't want to gatekeep it from anybody. I want people to read and watch One Piece because it's really fucking good. Like, for 1,000 reasons.
And what's crazy is Logan was getting to it like a while ago, and then the TV show got announced and stuff. So who knew it was going to get big as it was? It was just Logan was obsessed with some dude named Luffy and his crew and all that. And he's a little kid that loved it. So then I know.
It gives me hope for Naruto.
No.
I don't.
No, Kishimoto's done. He's over. He's already thrown it.
I don't know much about Naruto.
Kishimoto's the guy who owns and wrote Naruto. He's not. He's like done. He's already given it. Like, if they're going to do something with it, it's not going to be with his hands, or he's not going to be attached to it. So it's probably not going to be anything like what you want it to be. Considering Boruto is fucking terrible.
Did they ever do live action?
He oversees Boruto. Yes, they have. That's like a Japanese thing. They've done it in Bleach.
Yes, they did try a live action.
Bleach always sounded
but it's with Japanese actors, and it's like a Japanese live action movie.
One of my friends was like, it's
but
like Ghost
Naruto
Rider.
is, I think MGM Studios has them right now. So it's going to be a movie, not a streaming show.
But Dragon Ball Z had a great movie, though. Do you think they can ever make a good Dragon Ball Z TV show? Or be too hard with all the effects?
Oh, you mean live action? I was like, they fucking did, bro. It's fucking huge. They can't get enough of that shit. No, probably not. Just doesn't... I don't know. One Piece is like infinitely more grounded than Dragon Ball Z is. Also, One Piece is like infinitely more relatable. Like, One Piece is like a good choice in terms... And like Naruto would be a good choice as well. Because they're at a baseline pretty relatable. Goku is not a relatable main character.
In Naruto, they can just cover the first arc.
That would be preferred. But like I said,
pretty good.
Kishimoto's not going to be there to oversee it like Oda would. Like,
That's fine.
It's not fine. Because the people that are in charge of Boruto suck.
I mean, Marvel movies don't have the original writers.
That's way different.
Is it?
Yes, because multiple writers can write Batman, right?
But multiple writers can write anything.
That's kind of not the
It's
point.
I just don't know, because anime
No,
is just
that's
always
kinda
been
not the
rough.
point.
Like, didn't Death Note do horrible, too?
That's a live action, yes. But back to Ryan's point is there aren't other writers of Death Note. There's the guy who wrote Death Note, and then he's written other series of Death
But
Note.
if someone gives their blessing or says, sure, you can do it, then...
Sure, but that hasn't really turned out very well, and it's not like... In the anime industry, usually people have given out their properties. Because anime is such an important industry in Japan, and like there's so many fans of it that half the time a lot of that shit becomes fan fiction. Like, a lot of the new Dragon Ball stuff that's being written is not very good. And I don't know if you get up to date with Boruto. Boruto's really fucking bad.
I think I started the first thing, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff now where the power levels are getting pretty up there. So.
Oh yeah, there's a clone of Jiraiya.
I don't know who that is.
You don't know who Jiraiya is?
Oh, Jiraiya. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and he has a really important moment where he dies, and it's really fucking
that.
sad, and pain kills him, and all. Yeah, he's got a brother that's secretly a clone of him who's still alive.
It's fine. I'm used to superhero antics. People don't die. People come back to life.
See, that's like the difference of industries, though. Is like one writer can kill a character, and then when a new writer comes on to make that, they can bring that character back, right? That's not really how it works in anime. It's like one shared continuity instead of resetting the continuity over and over again.
But I'm okay with that, though.
It's good.
Because
then it's no different than the American comics industry.
I don't care. I read both, so...
Sound like a fucking
I like that other writers can come in and play with the toys, change it up.
I agree.
And then somebody else can come in, change something up. Like,
I just don't like it so much. Like, Wolverine's been one that's like through the years one of my favorite superheroes. But then we got crazy shit where they had to change, or I don't know. We could go to Romulus, where there was a guy that was watching him the whole time, and we learned that Sabretooth, there was like fucking...
See, that doesn't happen in anime.
There's like 50 Sabretooths, and they keep cloning them and sending them in to fight them. And then there was a whole story, the Jeff Loeb one, where it was like war between the white wolves and the brown wolf. It was
what the fuck?
It's weird. I have the fucking trade. But that's my whole thing is then...
How long has Wolverine been around for?
Since 70-something. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you have to fuck them up all the time. You just keep telling the stories.
Yeah, the next person come in,
Like
say
Wolverine died.
that wasn't...
When Wolverine first got written, the first person to write and create Wolverine, how long did they write and create Wolverine for?
20 years?
No.
Chris Claremont?
The first guy that
Wrote Wolverine for 20 years?
The first appearance was in a whole comic.
Because I feel like if you write it for...
Chris Claremont did write him in X-Men, but then Frank Miller wrote him in the Wolverine miniseries. And after Wolverine miniseries, I believe Chris Claremont took over that. So Chris Claremont did write him for a long time and probably wrote some of the best Wolverine stories.
But is he like the creator? Would he own the rights then? I feel like if you...
See,
No, he wouldn't be the creator.
let's jump to Deadpool.
You have to remember, Wolverine's just a guest spot and then was supposed to be gone.
Sure.
And that was it.
Deadpool was created by
Rob
Liefeld, and even though he's the original creator, he wasn't the greatest person to write him.
So why do you think they got somebody else?
Oh, he still works for Marvel, so he constantly gets involved.
He still gets to write for
shouldn't
Deadpool
be allowed
shit.
to.
But
He's got me banned on Twitter, yo.
He has you banned on Twitter?
He's got us both banned on Twitter. Yeah, he blocked us both. You don't remember that when we fucking trolled him for like a whole day and he blocked us?
Usually they say shit back too. It's like he said something back and then he's like, man.
Yeah, he doesn't know how to draw feet. And doesn't understand how chests work. I don't know. I feel like...
Did you see his new cap?
The Falcon cap, where he tried to draw him like the fucking big titty cap. Yeah.
People started photoshopping it into
the same size.
So do these guys that... They don't own the rights. Marvel owns the rights, right?
Yeah.
But like, so manga creators own the rights to their respective series.
Which is smart.
Yeah.
But a lot of these guys are just...
just so somebody else can't come and butcher and rewrite your own story.
Back in those days, you just got a job and they're like, hey, you're writing on this series. And that's it.
That's why I like the difference in these industries, though.
But so if you go to Image, you go to Robert Kirkman, it's I created Walking Dead. It's his book.
Yeah, but that's still some of the best long-term storytelling we've had in comics, right? It's things like Invincible, things like...
all like Image, where Image lets you own
That's what I'm saying, though. But like,
and
you can't really have long-term storytelling if you keep switching the writers, right? Like, I don't think One Piece would have worked if they switched writers like 5 times through the series.
But we'll never know.
Yeah, you will.
You won't.
Yes, you will.
You don't.
Yes,
unless it actually
because it would be different it would be different artists. It'd be an entirely different story. It's like this guy planned the story from the get go.
But how do you know that?
Because that's what he says. Because one person, so somebody could have.
But
picked up.
I think that's the strong.
Like Marvel has house art where people try to draw.
What if every like Marvel character was written by one person? That could be better. How do you know? That's not an argument. Saying how do you know that never happened?
Be, but we never know. I mean, Stan Lee wrote a lot of them, and a lot of his characters.
Somebody else could have written it. But somebody else could have written it and it would have been better, right?
So a lot of his characterizations.
Yeah, because he wrote comics in the '60s. To be fair. It's not like they had a lot of creative ideas in the fucking 60s.
I mean, that is pretty creative, all the characters.
Well, yeah, in terms of the 60s, what he did is probably the most creative thing.
He gets bit by a spider.
His name is Spider-Man.
And we're going to call him Spider-Man.
He's a Black Panther.
What do you give One Piece 1 to 10 as a series?
8.7.
Give it a 9.
I think I'm about 8.9. It was really fucking good. I saw some people give it like a 4, like random weird places did.
Yeah, 4 to 5, yeah.
And it was 4 out of 10. They're like, it's too close to the source material. I'm like,
yeah, that was weird.
I was like, what? How's that an issue?
I guess they wanted it to be very different.
I don't mind things like Walking Dead where it's like the movie.
I mind Walking Dead.
the show, in the beginning. There were slight changes in it that weren't that bad.
Sure, but it was the best when it was following the comics. Continue, Ryan.
I was just saying, there's 2 ongoing Walking Dead shows right now.
I know.
How?
I don't know.
Fear the Walking Dead. And
Maggie's show.
No, it's Daryl's show. And a show where they're out of the U.S. I think they're in a different country.
Wait, so is the Negan one over?
No, that one hasn't even started yet.
I thought Negan was... Or was he in a regular Walking Dead?
He is, but Negan and Maggie are getting their own show.
They're getting their own show?
Yeah.
Yeah, they bang.
No, do they?
You're the one who said that!
Did I?
Yes!
I don't remember if they banged or not.
Were you drunk?
I'm still looking for Sophia.
Oh, no. She was found in the den.
No, I mean, I made it to past that, but my mind's still stuck in that era of the show after the Resident Evil.
Is
ending of
Maggie
season
in love
one.
with Negan? Like that's the question that came.
But
up.
didn't he kill her?
Yes.
Which is horrible.
So maybe he'll come back as Sentry and kill him.
Yeah, let's hope. Dead City.
The Void
Is that
will
what it's
get him.
called?
Do you know Negan's in Tekken?
Is he?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I saw that.
I mean,
And in Mortal Kombat isn't
Megan Fox is in Mortal Kombat.
isn't
Who?
though
What?
Megan Fox.
Oh, she just plays the voice of one of the characters.
They also designed her off of her.
Oh,
too.
I can hardly
Isn't
tell.
it Invincible
Natara's a weird blood-sucking
villain
vampire.
in it? The dad, Invincible, in
And
it?
not yet.
Yes.
Homelander too.
DLC.
Homelander, Peacemaker, and Omni-Man were all announced
Yeah.
to be like the first.
I feel like Homelander and Omni-Man
Are the
should
same character?
well, they should just
Yes.
destroy everybody. I feel like, and there's a whole mythos.
Okay, Raiden's a god. Like in the old stuff, Raiden's like a god of
There's a
lightning.
whole mythos. This is like a whole nother respawn. It's called Mortal
Yeah,
Kombat
yeah,
1.
I know.
But they
I watched the
Oh, there-
4-hour cutscene.
It's time
movie.
shenanigans.
They break it down because someone went back in time. I don't know.
No. What happens is
Wibbly
at the
wobbly
end of
timey
MK11, at the end of the DLC, Liu Kang has to fight Shang Tsung for the Hourglass. As far as we know, at the beginning of MK1, Liu Kang wins that fight, takes the Hourglass, rebuilds the whole universe, sets up the starting point for all these characters, and just kind of lets them go. And then he sort of weakens himself, fills Raiden's position as like the god of, or the protector of Earthrealm, and that's kind of when MK1 starts. And like Raiden's is the brother of, not brother, is a friend of Kung Lao,
this guy.
and like Scorpion is Kuai Liang, who originally was the second Sub-Zero, and now he's Scorpion, and Bi-Han's alive, who was the first Sub-Zero, and then Smoke's alive, and they're like all adopted brothers or whatever. And
Jesus Christ.
but then at the end of the game, you find out that Shang Tsung that lost to Liu Kang won in another timeline. So
And this is
there's
the
like
new game.
multiverses.
This is
now.
in the new game.
Yeah. So there's multiverses now.
Because I know they go back or they end up going to the
There's
future.
there's one timeline. At the end of that timeline, Liu Kang and Shang Tsung fight for that timeline. That fight causes two separate branching timelines. One which Liu Kang wins, and one in which Shang Tsung wins. And then eventually Shang Tsung, before Liu Kang realizes that there's another universe now. So he invades that other universe, takes the Shang Tsung and the Quan Chi from that universe, who were supposed to be like bums, supposed to be like nobodies, turns them into somebodies. They fuck up all the shit. And then Shang Tsung appears and it's like, yeah, I'm gonna take over your realm. And Liu Kang's like, no, you're not. And there's a big battle for it.
That
And they
all
fight-
happens in the new one.
Yeah, and then they fight on the big, like, have you ever seen the Mortal Kombat, like, pyramid or whatever,
Yes.
the ziggurat where they fight? Like, there's
This is a lot different.
There's mime Johnny Cage and, like,
A lot different than the movie I watched.
The newer
the
one?
new one? Yes.
Both of them. All of them. All three of them.
Your soul is mine. But then, yeah, you have to pick a character and you battle up that fucking thing, and then you fight Shang Tsung, and then you beat Shang Tsung, and then the universe kind of goes back to normal. You go back to the good universe, and then you find out that there's just a bunch of other universes in which, like,
So
different
now
people
from the
won the hourglass.
So from now on,
It's a
we're gonna
multiverse.
We're gonna have a bunch
Multiverse
of
of Madness.
It's just a multiverse. Now. It's not necessarily like every single story is going to be about that multiverse. We don't know yet, but there's a multiverse now. That's why
Well.
there's cameos. That's why, like, Jackson Briggs shows up as, like, a assist, but you can't play as him.
that sucks.
He's fucking lame. He's just a dude with metal arms.
You're so racist.
How is that racist?
You can't play Sonya either, huh?
She sucks too.
But they're classic.
That's so
No, Scorpion and Sub-Zero are classic.
so prejudice.
That the undead guy and the Asian guy,
Yeah,
that I like them better than the white chick and the black guy.
that's so bigoted.
But
How is that
That'd be
bigoted?
like Street Fighter without Chun-Li and Cammy.
Cammy's not in the new one, I don't think. Oh, she is.
No, because Ken and Ryu are just Scorpion and
yeah.
Sub-Zero, right? They're the most important characters. They're the ones that show up in every single
Oh,
game. Cammy doesn't show up in every single game.
You shut
and
off. Yep.
Chun-Li
Nope,
doesn't
I
show up.
don't-
Cammy
we shut
has-
off.
She's not in Third Strike. I don't believe. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's not in Third Strike.
I think that's where she first showed
No,
up.
she first shows up in
Two?
2.
Turbo?
Yeah, 2 Turbo.
Well, Third Strike is weird.
Third Strike is the
Oh no, Alpha.
Third Strike is-
Alpha is weird.
Alpha's the
The one where they introduce a million characters.
Yes. Third Strike is the one that it has a smaller roster, but it's like the game that happens most in the future outside of the newest one.
And I think Cammy was so popular that she has continued to show up in every Street Fighter. People like that she wears her thong leotard.
I don't know. Is she as iconic as Zangief?
Cammy?
Yeah. I feel like
Kylie Minogue plays her in the movie.
Is she more iconic than Blanca, though?
Zangief is Zangief.
More than Guile? Like, I don't think she's more important than, like, half the roster of Street Fighter characters.
We lost the camera. I wonder if it recorded it, though.
I don't know.
We'll see, because if not, I'm done using the camera until I buy my own camera.
Ryu, Chun-Li, Ken Masters, Akuma, Dawson, Necro, Dudley, Ibuki, Yoon, Urien, Yang, Makoto, Remy. The people that were in Third Strike. DJ, Dan, Hugo.
Dan's the
man. No. I would argue Dan is more iconic than Cammy.
Whoa.
Dan's in more fucking Marvel versus...
Dan's iconic, but...
Like Capcom, Marvel vs. SNK, Marvel versus... Not Marvel. Street Fighter versus like SNK, Marvel versus Capcom. I feel like Dan's in more of those games. Maybe not. You guys would... Dan's in 2, right? MVC 2? Everybody's in fucking MVC 2, right?
He might be unlockable.
Well, with that being said, we'll keep looking that up, but we'll wrap up. Thank you for listening. If you did, if we cut out video, and if we have no video, I'm not doing video again until we have our own setup again, because this is too frustrating. Because when I do video again, it'll be with a new camera, and I'm not going to spend money on a new camera until we get a new setup. A new place for us to sit and have our mics in our face and all that good stuff. Make sure you like, subscribe, share if you do get a chance to check it out, and always check out Life is Full of It, where we just talk and ramble.
The camera can't even see me.
The camera can't see you.
I just threw a thumbs up at the camera.
And that is it. And Declan will sign us out.
I forgot what's the... That's a podcast.